Trump is meeting Bill Maher. Does this mean the culture war is at an end? Hello there, you Awakening Wonder. Thanks for joining me today for Stay Free with Russell Brand. Remember, we stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday on Rumble at these times. Join us as part of Rumble's new lineup and get Rumble Premium and download the app to get additional content now. I always look first and foremost to Kid Rock when it comes to brokering both domestic and international peace. And it is, of course, Kid Rock whose intervention means that Bill Maher and Donald Trump will be meeting. Is that a conversation you're going to watch? Let me know in the comments and the chat. We learned about this when Chris Como and Bill Maher chatted on Bill Maher's podcast, which I've been on once, I think.
You know what's great about you English? Octopussy. Man, I must have seen that movie twice.
Yes.
Here's a piece of that conversation. It's nice to know that Kid Rock, as well as making accessible hip-hop rock tracks and shooting up Bud Light cans, is able to broker significant interviews too.
You're going to meet with the president.
I am?
So Kid Rock makes it happen. What do you think has been the response so far? What do you think it will be, and why are you doing it? Which I'm totally for, by the way, and I love it.
I get it. Well, I'm doing it because, first of all, it was presented as
a dare.
not a dare. No, just like, maybe this is a beginning to heal America.
Weird response from Bill Maher there. No, not a dare. No, it was truth, not dare. Is Bill Maher sort of still in the hock and capture in his LA place of the liberal elites who, whilst their power may be broadly eroding, still maintain significant control over media? Because I don't think Chris Como really thought he was a dare.
No, I don't have some sort of complex where I think I can heal America.
I bet he does a bit, because otherwise he wouldn't say that.
I can't.
I can, though. Deep down, I can.
Okay, let's get that clear.
I can heal America. There, I've said it. I can.
Clear. I'm not going to be healing America. But if two guys who've been...
Chris Como looks pretty buff, don't he, in that chair, all muscular, and Bill Maher looks like he's sort of tumbling into a near Gollum-like pose and posture in his own equally sized armchair. I'm going to go on that podcast again, and I'm going to dazzle people with my posture.
At each other for so long. I mean, it's kind of a Nixon to China thing. I have the credentials. There was nobody who was harder on Trump or more prescient about the fact that he wasn't going to leave office voluntarily than I was.
Bill Maher's funny, isn't he? There was no one. Just let me scan my memory banks. No one that was harder on Trump and more prescient than, wait for it, drum roll, me. But I can't heal America.
I feel like I have the credentials. But they also respect me because I'm honest about the woke.
I'm also the most honest man in America, more honest than anyone else.
Train to crazy town. And I don't shrink from that. And I've also...
Don't shrink. I'm not a shrinker. I like Bill Maher. I've been on his show a bunch of times, and he's a really, actually very lovely, sweet person. He's taking himself quite seriously in this conversation, isn't he?
Lost a lot of fans for that. The woke people have left the building, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice. But it does give you a certain credibility.
I'm glad Chris Como shut his legs a bit.
So I just think to meet somebody, first of all, it's an honor to be invited to the White House.
Yes, it is.
And I've already had a couple of people who I said to them, you know, I'm just going to take it as a backhanded compliment that you glide right past the idea that little Bill Maher from Rivervale, New Jersey, just a humble kid from the suburbs, was invited for a private dinner to the White House. You glide right past that to how dare you talk to him, and that you're not impressed by it at all. I'm impressed by it a lot. I'm impressed the fuck out of it. I get to go to the White House, and yes, that is the structure of this dinner, is just let's talk. Let's talk to each other face to face. Let's not stop shouting from 3,000 miles away, you know? So if they expect me to be leaving in a MAGA hat, they're going to be very disappointed, but I know they don't. And I think it's going to be, look, it probably will accomplish very little, but You got to try, man. You got to try.
I love it. You know Kanye.
Bill Maher.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Love being with you, bud.
Yeah, this was so much fun.
And I love that you're going. I think it's great for exactly that.
It is great, isn't it?
100%.
Yes.
And I will celebrate it when it happens.
Great. I appreciate that.
Let me know in the comments and chat whether you think this will move the needle, whether Bill Maher and Trump can somehow broker a kind of cultural resolution. Here's Trump's post. I got a call from a very good guy, a friend of mine, Kid Rock, asking me whether or not it would be possible for me to meet, you can't do the impression for too long. Some would argue not at all. In the White House with Bill Maher, a man who has been unjustifiably critical of anything or anyone, Trump. I really didn't like the idea much, and I don't like it much now, but I thought it would be interesting. The problem is, no matter how much he likes your favourite president, me, he would publicly proclaim what a terrible guy I am, etc. Very much like the Democrats at my recent address to the joint session of Congress, where I stated correctly that no matter what I said or did, they wouldn't stand, they wouldn't applaud, they wouldn't smile or laugh, and certainly wouldn't be in any way nice. Who knows, though? Maybe I'll be proven wrong. In any event, I'm doing a favour for a friend. It's pretty amazing that Trump and Bill Maher are having a conversation, and it's as a favour to Kid Rock. I mean, where are we now? What is this? What is reality? I look forward to meeting with Bill Maher and Kid Rock, and I believe even the legendary Dana White will be present. It might be fun, or it might not, but you will be first to know. There you go, Donald Trump in his customary manner, speaking plainly, directly to the audience that love him and are greeting him as a kind of messianic figure as well as a political one. Are these conversations valuable and important, necessary stations on a return to a united America? Has America ever been united, or has it always been divided by forms of division? Firstly against the British, then the North versus the South, and maybe secession, federalization, subsidiarity are the answer when you have this much cultural tension. Is there an agreed upon America that we're all fighting for, whether we're on the left or the right, Christian, Muslim, atheist or Jew? Or is the era of their nation about to come to an end? Certainly, I often think it might be fairer and more just if we all had more access to the levers of power, the ability to control our communities and our resources, and the ability to express ourselves culturally in alignment with our own faith in God. But that's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments and the chat. Remember, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we stream on Rumble at these times, and get Rumble Premium if you want additional content too. In the meantime, if you can, stay free. Fame! I want to live forever. That's possible. I want to learn how to fly. Don't be ridiculous. 1775's new longevity packs are out now, and you can get a $100 discount getting this beautiful longevity elixir for eternal life for $100 rather than the usual $200 if you are lucky enough to get one of the first 1,000 packs. Why would you want to get all old and disgusting and wrinkly, look at yourself naked in the river, in the mirror, not the river, you're not Narcissus, you're not literally Narcissus, and you see your stretch marks on your back? You look at yourself and think, who in their right mind would want to have sex with me? Nobody. Get this down you. Get the Rejuvenate down you. Revivify yourself. You can rejuvenate yourself from within. This ain't your run-of-the-mill soulless corporate brew. No, this is anti-aging coffee infused with CA-AKG, a compound so potent it's like it's giving your mitochondria a pep talk. It supports cellular health. It combats aging. It boosts endurance. It gives you an erection that lasts for simply weeks that at some points might be embarrassing and at other points actually illegal. Keeping you sharper, not the erection, that's your mind. You don't want an angular penis, no one needs that. Sharper than a conspiracy theorist at a government press conference. Within this rebellious little bundle, you'll find their top-selling anti-aging coffee, the ultra-rare Pea Berry Blend. It's so exquisite, it makes regular coffee taste like the dregs of an Elon Musk paternity test. You, baby, have got to get it down ya. You got to. It's going to anti-age you to the middle of last week. A sleek 1775 branded tumbler, you get one of those too, and other exclusive treasures. Arrgh, you won't stumble upon elsewhere. Normally, this collection would set you back $200 dues, but in a mood that defies capitalist logic, it's yours for $100. The catch? There's only 1,000 of these packs up. Once they're gone, they're gone, never to return. And to sweeten an already sweet deal, every dollar you spend enters you into a draw to win a Cybertruck and $30,000 of cash. Act swiftly, you've got 1 month before this opportunity vanishes like accountability in DC. So go to 1775coffee.com/brand and you will be getting a $100 pack as well as entered in a sweet, sweet draw. Oh, look at that. I call that the golden nipple of justice, baby. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.